Hey, what's up, guys? This video is going to be a game of Would You Rather. This will be my second one, but anyways, this gameplay right here is one of my friends. Actually, I'm not using my own gameplay because I'm out of gameplays at the moment, and I'm at my cabin, and I didn't bring my PVR. So, actually, on that note, if any of you guys have a PVR and want me to use one of your gameplays, then feel free to send it in to me. Just either upload it to YouTube as an unlisted video or upload it to some type of file sharing site and then send me a private message. Just, I don't know, with the subject gameplay or something. Something like that. Send me that. I'll use your gameplay for the next 2 weeks or so because I'll be here for 2 weeks. And I'll link your channel in the description, tell people to go check you out. So yeah, if you guys have gameplays that... Sorry, I can't actually record your gameplays, so... Only if you have a PVR. That's my prerequisites for this. But anyways, this gameplay is one of my friends. He gets Moab. Yeah, that's about all that I can really say about the gameplay. So, let's actually get into Would You Rather. So the first question is going to be, would you rather wear only skin-tight clothing or wear clothes that are much too big? The description says you would look ridiculous and out of place in either case. Well, wearing clothes that are much too big looks pretty ridiculous, and I'm pretty sure that if you actually went to the gym and worked out, stuff like that, wearing only skin-tight clothing wouldn't be that bad. But either way, as it says, you'd look ridiculous. But I'm going to go with wearing only skin-tight clothing because, as I said, you can work out, you can actually make it look somewhat alright. Yeah. And, whoa, wow, 43% say only skin-tight clothing, 57% say wearing clothes that are much too big. Wow, that's surprising. Okay, so, next question. Would you rather be an amazing security guard or be a terrible FBI agent? And the description says you would not lose your job. Okay, well, I think that, well, okay. Being an amazing security guard, you'd be like a security guard at, I don't know where, but you wouldn't get too much recognition. It wouldn't be that cool of a job. You'd be really good at it, and you'd probably gain respect from everybody else, like, maybe, I'm not sure, but it would be pretty boring, and just a security guard, like, yeah, not too much fun. FBI agent, on the other hand, you're working at the FBI, that would be pretty cool, as most people would think, right? So, yeah, it's just a cool thing. FBI is way cooler, even if you're bad at it. Like, it's awesome. So I'm gonna go with that. 37 say terrible FBI agent. That is, wow. I'm taking the minority in these questions here. So 63 said the other thing. So the next question is: would you rather be resistant to cold and impossible to freeze to death? Okay, that's worded weird. Or be resistant to heat and for it to be impossible to burn to death. Okay, so either be immune to cold or heat. That's pretty much what the question is asking, just worded very badly. Well, I think that since I live in Canada and a lot of the year it's pretty cold, heat wouldn't be too much of a problem. Plus, the good thing about heat is that when it's hot out or something, you can just jump in a lake, such as the one outside my cabin right now. Yeah. Being cold, you could get a fire going, but sometimes that's not always available. And being Canada and such, it's probably colder more of the year than warm. So I'm gonna go with being immune to the cold and not having to be or freeze to death. Plus, if I was immune to cold and couldn't freeze to death, I would like go live up in Antarctica or down in Antarctica, I guess, or go up to the Arctic or something like that, because that would be cool. Although, yeah, other things would be a problem, but still, that would be cool. And by cool, I mean no pun intended right there. Okay, so I'll choose that one. 40% said the cold one. Man, I'm taking the minority on all these questions here. 60 said the other one, the heat one. So on to the next question. If you had to live in a classic era for music, would you rather 90s America or 70s Britain? Oh man. And it says you would have to dress accordingly to whatever era you choose. Wow. That's a pretty tough one. Both are really good eras in music. Although I think that 70s Britain I'll have to go with. For sure. Just because, yeah, 70s Britain is pretty good. So I'll go with that one. Again, the minority, 32%. Wow. 68%. I'm hitting all the minority questions here. So, next question is, would you rather kill 5 people with a knife or shoot 10 people to death? Yeah. That is a pretty tough question, actually. Description says, assume that it will take multiple stab wounds for the person to die, and it will be a more painful way to go. Yeah, that one's tough. Yeah. Man, that one is tough, because it's like 5 people who you really make it painful for them to go, and it would be harder for you, because, like, it takes multiple stab wounds. Or shooting 10 people. It's an easier way to go, but it's 10 people. It's another 5 people. So that is a tough one. I would probably go with the killing 5 people with a knife, because sure, it's less humane, I guess, I suppose, but it's only 5 people and not 10, so yeah, I'll go with that. Ah, man. 35% people said that. 65 said the shooting. Apparently, people are afraid of getting their hands dirty. So, on to the next question. Have a tree bark, or have to eat tree bark for 1 meal a day, or have to pour cold milk over everything you eat. Huh. Oh, the description says, the bark is from a pine tree. Milk volume is similar to average cereal use. That's a lot. I'm sure that with the bark, eating 1 meal a day, I could probably fit that out for breakfast. I don't really like breakfast. I could just replace that meal. It doesn't actually specify how much tree bark you have to eat, so really you could just eat a bit. And since I don't really eat too much breakfast, I wouldn't have to eat too much tree bark, so that's a good thing. Cold milk, on the other hand, you'd have to pour that over everything you eat. Think of how gross some things would be if you poured cold milk over it. Like, let's see, what's something gross with cold milk? Eating just meat with cold milk over it. That'd be pretty gross. Just, ew. So with the tree bark one, you could at least like wash it down with anything you want, and I'm sure your diet would change to that. So I'm gonna go with that one. And 46% said that. That'll be the last question, because I think the gameplay just ended. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to send your gameplays in, by the way. I need some of those.